Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And this is our non-spoiler review for Red 1. When Santa Claus is kidnapped from the North Pole, Santa's head of security joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him in order to save Christmas. Now, is it too early to start talking about Christmas movies?
Never.
Seeing that it is now November, we're starting to walk towards, the holiday season. This isn't even the very first holiday movies I've seen already, but I'm going to save the other one that I've seen for another review. Red 1. This one starts Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, and we got literally the buffest Santa that I've seen.
Yeah, right up there with the animated one with the Guardians. But yeah, he was like a big Russian buff Santa too. But that was animation. In real life, J.K. Simmons, ladies and gentlemen, got ripped for this movie. His arms are huge, and you actually get to see them in the trailer. Him doing some bench presses, and I'm impressed. I mean, I remember seeing pictures of him working out while they were probably prepping for the movie, and damn, that guy got into shape.
Yeah, so we got buff Santa and an even buffer head of security in Dwayne Johnson, who plays Callum Drift, and he is like the head of security, head elf, if you will. So what I really when we saw the trailer for this movie, I was kind of like, okay, like I don't think it's the first time we've seen like, oh no, Santa has gone missing or like kind of taking on a different, like for example, like Violent Night. We've seen many iterations of like a Santa Claus movie, right? But that's still like in theme with Christmas. But this one is really, we have Santa, but it's really Dwayne Johnson's character, Callum, and Chris Evans' character that's at the forefront of this, because they had to join forces to find Santa, because without Santa, there is no Christmas. And I think one of the best things about this movie isn't about like how they get together and come up with a plan and figure out how to, save Santa, but it's this whole world building that they have with the North Pole and how it operates, and essentially like the mythical world that they live in. And I actually was not expecting that, even though they showed it in the trailer. I just didn't think it was going to go so deep, but they really did. They added like, it was like little pieces of like, think like not Secret Service, but like FBI and CIA, but for the mythical world.
I guess if you kind of made it as like a Men in Black.
Oh,
but
great, yeah.
For the mythical world.
Yes.
So they had different characters, obviously, like snowmen. They have like, I'm trying not to say any that you can give away.
Let's not spoil too much.
But the whole idea of like fairy creatures and mythology, not really like Greek mythology or anything like that, but just some of the modern day holiday stories that you would hear. Yes. And I loved that, and I wish that they actually would have been able to go a little bit deeper into this world, because it was very fascinating. And the fact that Lucy Liu's character actually was not only just a photo card, but the agency that she worked for. I'm sitting here and going, this would make a really good TV show of Lucy Liu and the agency just having to deal with some of these different mythological creatures.
Yes.
And it just seemed really fascinating, and it really pulled me into the story a little bit more than I was anticipating.
Yeah, and the action, and if you saw the trailer, you already know it's there. Also, it's got Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans. Yeah, obviously this was going to be like action. We kind of both agree, coming out of the theater, we feel like they took a lot of like what we've seen in like an Avenger film, a Marvel film, like the technical stuff, and they put it into this one. I'm not going to go into specifics. When I saw it, I was like, hey, I've kind of seen something similar before, but at the same time, I like how they utilized it. I thought it was really smart. I feel like I haven't really seen like this type of like, Santa Claus elf movie other than like maybe like in an animated one. But this is like, it's so different. I feel like not saying they were doing it on purpose, but they borrowed a lot of that like Marvel element.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, that's something that was really fun about this. If you did take like a Marvel movie and a 1980s, 1990s rescue Santa to save Christmas story, then they go pretty well, and mix them together, you got this movie. What really pushes this movie forward is the relationship between Chris Evans and Dwayne.
Johnson, yeah.
And just how the banter back and forth. It's exactly what you think it was. When you watch the trailer, for me at least, I had an idea of what this movie was going to be. The kind of comedy, the kind of banter back and forth, the buddy cop kind of movie. And I feel like I got pretty much exactly what I was expecting. It really does hit kind of like a lot of those Save Christmas nostalgia kind of feels with a new Marvel kind of a twist to it.
Yeah, and they also made sure to keep those like heartfelt, like why you go see a Christmas movie, like all those like warm and fuzzy feelings stuff. It's still also in the movie, so it's going to get you in the Chris. Believe it or not, like it's so full of action and a bit of quite a bit of comedy, but it also like really gets you into that Christmas spirit. I was really surprised when I walked out. I was like, oh, I think I'm ready for Christmas.
Now, I do want to preface something. The action is fun. It is also very campy. There are a lot of some of the fight scenes and some of the CGI is a little like, you can see it on the trailer. Spoiler. So you see them fighting snowmen.
Yeah.
You're looking at that and you're like, yeah, that's 100% CGI. And those fights are a little, a little fun, campy, cheesy. But there are some creatures in here that they do have interactions with that are full prosthetic that I'm like,
practical.
There's a time when they're surrounded by a ton of these different characters. And I'm like, every single one of them has an amazing makeup job.
Yeah.
And one of them was on stilts, and one of them, and I'm like, one of them's huge. And I'm just like, this is really cool to see them put, I feel like that's where they put a lot of their money, was on some of those moments with real makeup.
Yeah. So, story, really fun, Christmas spirit, check. A feel-good time in the theater, check. So with that said, let's go ahead and give you guys our rating for Red One. This movie is coming out on November 15th. Not too early. I think the timing is just right to start getting you into that Christmas spirit, and I really think you're going to feel it. I know I did, and I wasn't expecting that, especially because given the premise, it's like a little bit more like modern Christmas, like they're like Santa has like tech and like cool like weapons, not weapons, but like technology.
Toys.
That'll help him. Yeah, that'll help him. With his like Christmas delivery. I had a really good time with this. I had fun. I was laughing. It's a feel good movie. It's okay to take. It's PG-13, so if you have like really little ones, they do have a sprinkle a couple of profanities in there, and like maybe the snowman might be a little too scary for like the little ones, but other than that, it could be a family film. Parental discretion advised. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a matinee it.
I thought this movie was really fun. It was pretty much exactly what I was expecting to. A fun, campy, Save Christmas, but done with a modern twist. And I think they executed that pretty well. I do have to say, they do get their one F-bomb in there for a PG-13 movie. And of course, there are some other foul languages that you can fit. I think they filled it to that, up to that number.
They're like, where's the line?
Yeah.
Here?
So
cool.
we're able to say this 3 times, and we're able to say this once. Okay, we've got the 3 and we got the 1. We fit into a PG-13.
Yeah.
But I pretty much got exactly what I wanted. Some of it was a little too campy, I feel, at times. But I still had fun with it. I would say it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a fun Christmas movie to take to your family, I'm going to say matinee this. If you don't have a family, I'd say stay home and stream it.
There you go. That is our thoughts on Red One. Let us know your thoughts once you've seen it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.